Okay, uh, dear colleagues, good day. I'm going to present to you the Catalyst 3 special phaco unit from the Oertli company, the Swiss phaco company. The Catalyst 3 convinces with its friendliness, simplicity, and power. It has a remarkable little space needed. It's all-in-one system with unprecedented reliability, sets up in less than 2 minutes. It's attachable to every ivory pole, and all connections and front elements are accessible from the front. And this, as you saw, it fits in any pilot's case, all the system. And we as surgeons, we have needs during cataract surgery to improve the safety and effectiveness for our patients. So we need an anterior chamber stability, good followability and holdability, and exceptional early coupling. So the operating techniques that we can do with this machine, we have a peristaltic system with a pressure sensor, and the IA function, we have the cortex mode and the bipolar function, especially the radiofrequency capsulotomy, the anterior segment vitrectomy that we will see a few videos of those, and especially the easyPhaco technology. The easyPhaco technology is based on the easy tips, and these tips are designed, and we could use them all the way from 1.6 millimeters up to 2.8 millimeters incisions. And this smart easy tip design has some features that separate them from the other common and standard tips that we see in the market. This has a narrower aspiration funnel right here that is only 450 microns width. That gives us the opportunity to operate with high vacuum settings and no risk of surge. We have a large cross-section here that let us hold up to the nuclear cataract material very safely. And we have a widened infusion line right here that allow us to have a lot more fluid capacity on the infusion compared to standard tips. So the followability, there's no turbulence thanks to the wide infusion paths, creating a strong axial directed flow that has a magnetic attraction of particles. And there's virtually no repulsion of fragments that we will see in some very tough cases, because there is a very good energy coupling, because we always have these large amounts of tissue here that can be during full vacuum, and there's no surge and virtually no repulsion. And the surge is limited or very minimal at the worst, because we have a very high infusion, a very narrow limited outflow in this very tiny 400 micron outflow path. So let's see some cases. This is a totally luminescent cataract, and I want to point out that the easy way that it penetrates in the core of the nucleus, even it's a very hard cataract, and the holding power is very good. And even when we lose the suction, there's virtually no surge. And we always operate with high vacuum and high infusion with burst mode. The burst mode in this particular case is at 90%, and even in these 90% high energy cases, the holding force is very good, which allow us to have a very efficient phaco because we virtually have no repulsion. So there are no pieces of the cataract material wobbling down the anterior chamber or here in the endothelium. And see how easily it produces emulsification because of the design of the tip. The easy tip has this wide angle here that gets occluded very easily. The followability is excellent and virtually no surge. And that's because the funnel of the aspiration is only 450 micron width. So there's no immediate loss of vacuum. So we don't need those very thick and hard to manage tubing of some other technologies. So the stability is excellent. We can do these very hard cases with virtually no complications regarding to the equipment. We can have complications regarding to the technique of the surgeon, as in every surgery. This is a tougher case. It's a cataract nigra with a small pupil, iris hooks, and you can see how easily it penetrates the hard cataract, and the holding is very, very good. There's virtually no turbulence in the anterior chamber. Everything is stable. We are in continuous irrigation, and we can penetrate the cork and then do the chopping, in this case with the cyclone chopper, and we can have a very good, superb holding capacity. So we'll do it again. Very slowly in this very hard cataract with self-exfoliation. We just make the chop, the holding force, virtually no surge, and we can do, even in these cases with 100% power on the burst mode. Remember that when you're in position 2, you have the 100%, just virtually no repulsion of fragment because of the high influsion and the followability that gets this magnetic attraction of the fragments to the point of the tip of the phaco. There's, in the INA aspect of this machine, we have the cortex mode. And what the cortex mode does is gives us an absolute control and safety in every situation, especially in capsule cleaning processes. So we can program that so we can have a constant flow rate for stable conditions, and then we have a linear control of vacuum during occlusion for optimal control and safety. And last but not least, the anterior vitrectomy in the cataract stream, thanks to the integrated compressor in this machine, the anterior vitrectomy is always ready. It's ready for use at any time. There's no external air supply needed because it has a pneumatically driven vitrectomy cover for traction-free work up to 2,400 cuts per minute, depending on the type of the cataract instrument. So for me, with Oertli Phaco technology, I have reliability, quality, effectiveness, and peace of mind. So I invite you to take a closer look at this technology that has changed the way I operate cataracts. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your talk and for